You were talking about how being happy makes you feel good. And that's certainly one of the benefits of being happy. But, as you said, there's been a huge amount of research done. And so what are some of the other benefits of being happy?
Well, that's a really good question because again, about 20 years ago, the thing that sort of broke this all open was something called the Nun study, where they did something very interesting. They went back and they took a look at some nuns that were actually, they were sisters. They called it the nun study because I think they thought everybody get confused if you called it the sister study. But they went back and they took a look at their entrance essays coming into the convent. And they looked at them and they wanted to see if they were very positive, these entrance essays, somewhat positive, not so positive, and actually kind of negative. And then they tested out how these people were doing in life. So they went back and looked at these essays that were on file when they were in their 20s. Now they're in their 60s and 70s. And what they were finding out is that the people with very high positive emotions in their letters were living longer and living better. They weren't getting sick. They weren't getting Alzheimer's. And that was the beginning of the research, which was absolutely fascinating, that you're going to live longer, you're going to be happier, you're going to have better relationships. The laundry list of things that go along with positivity is kind of shocking, because it touches every area of our life. You're going to have greater meaning in life. You're going to have moment-to-moment better relationships, and you're going to have much more optimism and hope when you start thinking about the future.
And as you mentioned, your health too certainly benefits from it.
Absolutely. On the average, the nuns who were happier as a trait lived about 10 years longer and actually didn't get Alzheimer's. And in a very, very interesting follow-up study, they had found out that about 15 of the people afterwards, after they passed away and they took a look at their brains, they actually had the disease but never showed any symptoms. So that's not enough statistically to throw a party. But it's intriguing because not only might you not get the disease, even if you have it, you might not suffer with it as much as others.